Yo, y'all know what fucking time it is. It's hump day. And speaking of hump day, hump comes with love. And it's hump day. And that means something that I'm going to do, that I need to do every week. And that is bring you the love hour. So this episode is going to be all about love. We're going to have some singing tracks. We're going to have some R&B type tracks. We're not going to be banging the trunk today. We're going to bang in your chest today. Excuse me. We're going to love the fuck out of you today. It's going to start getting cold pretty soon. Fall is around the corner. Earlier was National Helium Day. Helium has done a lot. If you only think about balloons when you think about helium, if you scan anything at any store and that little red shit scans your barcode, that's got helium and shit in it. So helium does a lot. So, and helium makes shit rise. So, what a lot of us hump day, a lot of shit rise. And speaking of hump day, I was on the hub earlier, Twitter, and just looking at shit, sharing the show, promote myself, promote artists that I've worked with this past week on the show, promoting some businesses and talking to other people trying to network. And you get bots. These bots to just randomly message you, hey, how are you doing? You're going to respond. 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to be nice. Oh, I'm good. Well, I'm such and such, and I feel such and such, and this is my private link. No sign up required. Nope. Come on now. Who is behind these bots? Who is behind these bots? We don't need this fuckery on hump day. Not on hump day. On any other day except hump day, because hump day is the hour of love. And this is the hour of love part 2. And this is a series that I'm going to do, within my series of the Easy Red Show. I want to get it going and bring, because not everybody makes trap music. Not everybody makes, about, heavy rap or rock or this and that. A lot of people that I know, they sing. So I want to make a day dedicated to them, and we'll get into it with some other days, like maybe Freestyle Friday or strictly for the Traps and Trunks Thursday. We'll try to mix it. We, do some mixing up, keeping this show very entertaining. And speaking of very entertaining and a lot of support and love, I'm extremely thankful. For these past 2 days, we have done over 2,500 streams. And we've done it not just in America, but mainly outside of these seas, overseas. Excuse me, throat dried in a motherfucker, and that's not good on hump day. So, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank y'all for just sharing it, just streaming it, just always following the channel. Those who follow the channel, and I know a lot of people that I've seen today sharing it. 2 Round D. Keyshawn, there's always love with Keyshawn, the Low Key Cave, and I tell y'all, go to there. The man got freestyles. He's got his own podcast. Go subscribe, go follow that podcast. It's gonna be entertaining as fuck. From let's see what he got. You got stories, show reviews, movie reviews, music reviews. He make music too. I gotta get him on here and fuck with the boy. That man has got a very entertaining YouTube channel. Him and his kids do skits and things like that. Also, trying to get my kids back on YouTube, get them to doing. The school is coming around the corner, so just be watching for that, watching for buses and stuff in the morning, watching for kids to and from. Also, speaking with school, at school comes high school football. And if anybody knows me, I went to Statesville High, 04 to 08. Had an amazing time while I'm there. Learned a lot, and we got a guy there who is a Wake Forest commit, Zamir Stevenson, and he's been showing his ass all year. This is his 3rd varsity season, and for the Demon Deacons, he is going to be committing to them as a defensive back. They're going to recruit him as a defensive back, but he's been showing his ass as a quarterback too. So shout out to the Statesville High football team. Definitely looking for them to repeat as conference champions this year. I believe they switched conferences. I know they got like North Lincoln, Hickory, Mooresville, things like that. So back when I was there, it was like West Rowan, East Rowan. You had West, North Iredell, and you had Carson, and you had South. I think we were playing Mooresville at the time. I don't think we were playing Mooresville. I think they just finished being North Piedmont, over the North Piedmont Conference. So shout out to them. We had spring football because of COVID, but they'll be getting right back on track. Right back on track for football here in the fall. And speaking of football in the fall, the Ravens are in town. Ravens are in town to play the Carolina Panthers' first preseason home game. I believe it's Saturday. Their first preseason home game. So if you are a Ravens fan, you might want to make your way down to Spartanburg. I believe they're in Spartanburg, having a practice, doing a practice together. So, and also with football, if you've seen the shit that's been going on with Deshaun Watson, a lot of these females accusing him of this and that, doing massages and things like that. His attorney read off some texts that they had with these massage therapists with Deshaun Watson. And some of them were apologizing and being like, oh, some of them said that where he, horrifically scared them, or telling him that sent him text the very next day after his massage that, hey, I really had a great time. Thank you. I'm here till January, book me, this, and that. So a lot of it is just crap. I'm going to read something off you. So Rusty said, I'm going to read you some text messages that were sent to Deshaun Watson the very day after the massage that she so terribly traumatized her. So the accuser says, hey, Deshaun, just wanted to thank you for trusting me with your massage today. I'll be here till January the 3rd. And with that being said, especially I speak on it because he is a black man, African-American man, and it's all over the news media. Boom. It's all over the media. There, his face, this and that. But there's no proof that he has done anything. But he's facing, FBI's on his back. The league is probing. The league's got an investigation going. But what happened to that guy that beat the shit out of his girl? And he was on the Seattle Seahawks. You don't hear nothing about that. She was hospitalized, face bruised up. You have evidence, pictures, and he was like, well, I'm not in a mental state of mind. I'm not in a mental state of mind. It's easy to call that, but you were mentally enough to play a game that requires you to think a lot of strategy. It requires you to be very athletic. But, hey, like I say all the time, you do what you want when you're popping. And speaking of doing what you want when you popping, apparently Kevin Durant, that now plays for the Brooklyn Nets, said he will do that shit a million times over and over when talking about leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder for Golden State Warriors. He said he'd do that a million times. I believe him because, hey, some people, they gotta chase the ring. And speaking of ring chasing and this and that, Aaron Rodgers does not want a farewell tour. Let me get it right. A farewell tour. He don't know what's wanting to happen after the end of the year. I don't want to think of the negativity. I believe he's going to retire as a Packer, stay as a Packer. He doesn't want to go anywhere, and I hope he's got a couple more seasons. But I just think with him, he's been able to just kind of get his mind and stuff together. And also, speaking of greatness, speaking of just getting your mind and stuff together, getting family together also, and the Summer League champions was your Sacramento Kings, and the Kings have Alex Antetokounmpo, and he joins his brothers, Giannis, who just recently won the NBA championship. Shout out to the Bucks. Shout out to him, Giannis being my favorite player. And his brother Alex winning the Summer League championship, now joining, it's Summer League, but still he has a title. And if you've also seen people trying to win shit, you've probably seen the Hood Olympics. I can't use the other word, but apparently we outside today. And so the key is to stand milk crates until, get one to go up real high. Stack them like stairs, get them to go to the middle top, and then get them to come back down. And the key is to have them climb all the way up to the top and then climb back down. But it don't look promising. It's wobbly as fuck, and a lot of them busting their ass. And if you have me on Facebook, go check it out. I'm going to have it up on my Facebook. It's Nate Easy Red Edwards. Go check that out. I'm going to share it. I seen it earlier. My boy Savion Nichols shared it. I think it was also, Trey Rucker. Shout out to them, little bros. They shared it. And it's funny. It is funny. It's like stairs of milk crates. You got them stacked up like 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. And they get up here and they constantly busting they ass. So if you want to watch some funny ass shit, watch people just come down, boom, like a bag of fucking rocks. Go watch it, because it's funny. I believe it's something for crackheads. It might be something. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. But on some other news, if 2K22 coming around, ladies, y'all gonna have to understand one thing. NBA 2K22 is less than a month away. We are not coming outside when this game hits. We're gonna at least need about 1 to 3 months, depending on how active you are on the game, how much sleep do you actually need, and how much VC are you actually spending. Because my play is coming, and I don't care how many superstars the Lakers got. When my career player get on there, somebody is going to the bench. I'm not being benched. So you got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Steph Curry. Are you going to be your top 4 players this year at a 96 overall? Then right behind him is Kawhi Leonard, Joker, and Joel Embiid finishing at 95. And your 94s will be Luka Doncic, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. And the top 3-point shooter is going to be Steph Curry. No argument there. But the top dunkers are going to be Zion. He's got a hell of a bounce, about a 45-inch vertical, but I don't know if he's going to be the top dunker in the league. So, but speaking on dunking, let's get right to dunking these tracks in your ear. And we're going to start it off. We're going to get to Loving You Right. And to Love You Right, we got one coming in. And I got you. And 4K Dre wants you to know he got you. Him and Josie Ward want you to know they got you. And speaking of got you, $5 entry fees for this Friday and Saturday's contest. Get me your tracks. Come on in. Send me your tracks. Make sure you own the beat. Make sure you own the lyrics. Make sure that song is 100% yours. Come on in. Send me your link. Get shouted out. And Sunday, because I don't post Sundays. I don't make an episode on Sundays. Sunday, I'm going to post all my social medias on Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to ask the fans, the viewers, the listeners, you guys, the amazing people behind the Easy Red Show that makes it what it is today, that you go and you vote for your favorite artist, that you make sure that you pick him or her, and that person that has the most votes on their song. It's a 2-song entry, so the max you can enter is 2 songs. So when that Monday comes, you will have a episode dedicated to you. And so make sure y'all get your tracks in, and do not miss this. This is a great way to get your music out there, to get you heard, to get your face out there, and to have yourself an on interview, to have you, I'm calling you, get you in on the show, and have you introduce yourself and let people get to know the person behind the music that they voted for. So without further ado, send those tracks, because I got you. And speaking of got you, let's get into this. 4K Dre, Josie Ward, you know that I got you.
You know that I got you. You know what I'm finna do. About to pull up on you. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know that I got you. You know what I'm finna do. About to pull up on you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Making me quit my old ways, feeling like I had to. Stop stressing about that shit, baby, I told you I got you. Feelings that I feel for you make me weak and damn. Girl, you turn me on, cause damn, girl, you really a freak. I wanna take you out and show you out. Baby, I'm digging you down every night. Yeah, I had to break you off. And as long as you stay real, we gon' eat together. Buy you presents like December, baby. Spoiling you make me feel better. Drowning in your love, I'ma need your help. Soon as I get home, damn, baby, why you taking off my belt? I want that real love, that shoot to kill love. You say you got that wop, well, I'll be the judge.
You know that I got you. You know what I'm finna do. About to pull up on you. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know that I got you. You know what I'm finna do. About to pull up on you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I just want some real love. Take you out the crib, love. I can make your bed rock. These feelings won't stop now. I just want your company. Do you really, really fuck with me? I don't wanna feel lonely. Can you please be my one and only? We moving to the top. I cannot stop, yeah, I cannot go back. We moving to the top. I cannot stop, yeah, I cannot go back, no, no.
Once again, that was 4K Dre and Josie War. And you know that I got you. And speaking of got you, I met a new artist today called Emily the Artist. She got a hot ass album on there. Go check it out. She's on Spotify. Damn, let me get it out. I don't know why I wanted to say Snapchat. I held that shit too. But it's on Spotify, Apple, and all streaming platforms as Dear Diary EP. And this track we're going to get into from Emily the Artist is called Broken Promises. This shit right here is a vibe, and this is why I brought it on the Love Hour. Because love can hurt too. So Broken Promises by Emily the Artist.
Broken promises, broken promises, broken things. Thought that we could be something, but we turned out to be a flame. Thought that this was love, thought that you came from above. I thought that God had me, but that's what I get for thinking that with you. That's what I get for thinking. Broken promises, broken things, broken promises, words that you spoke to me, but I gotta get over that bad thing. Felt like you was really mine, a real bad drug, a real good thing. But you just broke that thing with those broken promises. Broken promises, broken things, broken promises,
And that was Emily the artist, Broken Promises. Love is not always good. Sometimes it's very hurtful. So you just continue keeping your head up and grind. So that, once again, that was Emily the artist with Broken Promises. We got another banger to get into. She is on SoundCloud and YouTube as Nesha Danae, and this is called Just Fine. And she's saying she's just gonna be just fine with anybody that did her wrong, anybody that broke her heart, just like a lot of us motherfuckers. Just like Pops used to say for my grandkids on my kids' mama side, you be just fine. So RIP to Shorty. Always keep your family close and in your prayers. Quick little message before we get into this track. It's called Just Fine by Nesha. Go check it out on SoundCloud and YouTube. I'm going to try to get it, use them streaming platforms so people can give you revenue when they listen to you, because this is a banger also. So once again, this is Nesha with Just Fine.
Waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine. I gotta get what's mine, can't waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine. I've been staying to myself these days. Nobody genuine, I swear the love be fake. I'm too solid for you, I will never change. I'm too solid for you, I will never change. It ain't even my birthday, but I can ball if I want to. But like the underdog, I'm so tired of being humble. Never needed nobody, just felt good when I had you. Never needed nobody, just felt good when I had you. If you wanna leave, you can go. So hard for me to trust her growing cold. Said if you wanna leave, you can go. So hard for me to trust her growing cold. I gotta get what's mine, can't waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine. I gotta get what's mine, can't waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine. Overplay my part so many times, that shit over with. Trust none of these niggas, swear to God they be so counterfeit. Don't want no more relationships, I swear I'm over it. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Giving my heart to anybody who would take it. But let's face it, you used to want love, but all I want is peace of mind. Niggas beg for second chances just to waste your time. Gotta go a little harder, move a little smarter. I got a son, but I want a daughter. One day they gon' need me. It's been hard, but whoever said it would be easy, it ain't been easy, no. If you wanna leave, you can go. So hard for me to trust her growing cold. Said if you wanna leave, you can go. So hard for me to trust her growing cold. I gotta get what's mine, can't waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine. I gotta get what's mine, can't waste no time, cause life just passing by. Gotta keep my head held high, stay on my grind, and I will be just fine.
That is a motherfucking banger, ain't it? That tells you a lot. When an artist puts a lot in their shit, it's magic. And that's fucking magic. That, once again, is Nesha with Just Fine. So before we leave out, let's get a little recap. Talked about sports. Hey, And if you watched the little Ben Simmons going on with the 76ers, still trying to issue him out a little bit, still trying to find a trade. It looks like the Timberwolves were trying to pair Ben Simmons with Karl Anthony Towns. That could be really scary. I think they maybe can move Ben to a small forward position and bring in a point guard. There's some cats out there that are still wanting to prove themselves at the point guard position, and that could work. With Ben Simmons, with Karl Anthony Towns, it could work. But, he's been paired with a really good big man in Joel Embiid. And speaking of Joel Embiid, he's signing a Supermax extension, 4 years with the 76ers. So if you're a 76er fan, he's trusting the process, and he's locked in for another 4 years. And also the Lakers, there's no update on, whether they offer IT a roster spot right now. I've been looking into it. Aaron Rodgers does not want a farewell tour. I'm praying, I'm really hoping he stays a Packer. And, after this season, give us, stay with us a couple more. He seems to still have a lot left in the tank. Also, Andy Dalton, he's saying Justin Fields is going to have a hell of a career. I know he's going to have a great career, but it's my time right now, and I hope it is, because I'd rather have Andy Dalton as the quarterback for the Bears than Justin Fields, the way I've seen Justin play and the way people been using him in Madden. So, but like I said, Giannis' brother winning the Summer League championship for the Sacramento Kings. If you follow the Deshaun Watson, stuff that's been going on, trying to, get him out the league, ever since he talked about he wanted to leave Texas, he wanted to leave Houston. All of a sudden, there's all these mistresses and women coming out. And then, Texas are starting to prove that these text messages are starting to prove that otherwise. So, I'm hoping that young man keeps his head up. Also, the NBA looking to have a hell of an opening season. So if you haven't got to see the NBA release its opening season schedule for Kia tip-off and Christmas Day schedules, and if you look for Christmas Day around that time, for Wednesday, October the 20th, right before Christmas, you got the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks, the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. And then that Friday, right before Christmas, because Christmas is coming on that Monday, right before Christmas, you'll have the Brooklyn Nets taking on the 76ers and the Suns taking on the Lakers, a rematch from last year's round one playoffs. Speaking of playoff rematches, they opened the season with the Brooklyn Nets against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Brooklyn Nets against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm ready, because it's going to be Fear the Deer this year. I'm looking and I'm hoping my boys can repeat. There's been a lot of talk, this and that. Well, if the Nets were healthy, the Bucks wouldn't have beat them. And that could be true, and it could also not be true. We don't know, because none of us know alternate different universes. All I know is Bucks won. Bucks then beat they beat the Atlanta Hawks to go to the finals, and then became Bucks in 6 against the Suns. So with that being said, let's get to it. This one is Young Warren. And this one, I fuck with Young Warren. This is a cat that I used to work with, grew up with, got to know him around Statesville High. Great ass dude. Got a cleaning business. If you need cleaning things done, I know he's got a couple of businesses. I know one of them is a cleaning business, and he has his hands in a lot of things. So shout out to Warren. And one of the things he has is a lot of great music. So I'm going to be playing one for y'all for this Love Day, for this Hump Day, and for Love Hour. And this one is from Young Warren, called Love or No.
something else. 'Cause I want happiness and nothing less. Do you want love? Or do you want something else? 'Cause I want happiness and nothing less. I'd rather be with you, 'cause I love your love. So baby, what it is. Baby, come here, sit down, let's try to have this conversation. Just wanna pick your brain about our little situation. Seems like I'm fond of you, just don't know what to do. So I'ma speak my mind and hopefully you'll feel this too. We've been on countless dates and everything is being straight. I make you laugh, you make me smile, now that's an even trade. Don't wanna take for granted that our chemistry is great. Want you to help me drive, I'm moving too fast, you hit the brakes. Won't knock us out on you like playing at the fish tables. Pray for your future and your body, 'cause I know he's able. Girl, this ain't no fable, I want more than a label. More than them sweet kisses that I love putting on your name. I just need to know what you want and what type of time you want. 'Cause all of me goes all of you and my John is legend. Maybe one day we can stand in front of the river and be a great example to the world I reckon. 'Cause what all of you do, I just want all of you. I just want all. Don't you get confused, I just want all of you. Do you want love? Or do you want something else? 'Cause I want happiness and nothing less. I'd rather be with you, 'cause I love your love. So baby, what it is, I can't leave you alone. You got me feeling, you got me feeling for. I can't leave you alone. You got me feeling, you got me feeling for you. Something else. 'Cause I want happiness in nothing else. I'd rather be with you, 'cause I love your love. So baby, what it is. You know what it is.
And that is Young Warren with Love or No. That's how you end the episode. That's how you motherfucking end an episode. So thank y'all for coming out to the Love Hour Part 2. This is going to be a hump day series, a hump day tradition for us to bring in smooth tracks like that. Because that was smooth. I'm going to have to hit up Young Warren later like, bruh, you're going to have a lot of people singing that. A lot of people. That shit's about to be in a lot of people's playlists. I'm going to be putting the artists in the description. So tonight we had 4K Dre, we had Nesha, and we had Young Warren. And 4K, you can find him on Spotify, all streaming platforms. Young Warren, you can find him on all streaming platforms. And Nesha, you can find her on SoundCloud and YouTube. And her track was called So Fine. And that's another episode of the Easy Red Show. Also, quick shout out to all the lovers and supporters that's been sharing the show, that's been following, that's been downloaded, that's been streaming. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Peace.